What's up, y'all? Hi, West here. Got my dirt bike shirt on I got for Christmas. Dirt bike dad. Just like a normal dad, but much cooler. Man, oh man. Let me plug in my Alexa. We're picking up where we left off yesterday, guys. Yeah, I might be a minute late. Is cream cheese a thicker version of our sour cream? Cream cheese is it's actually really thick, but it's not like sour cream. It's like it's not like a cheese either. It's a really thick, sweet, creamy cheese. I'll sing you some. What's up, Kansas Frenchy Farm? Man, talking to you guys put me in a better mood. I just had a shitty moment. I was looking for the tire gauge to check the tire pressure on this tire once I finally got it fixed. So I had to go out to the car and I couldn't find my car keys and I've been looking everywhere. I got the key finder thing, can't hear any beeping. So my best guess is I dropped them in the woods the other day when I was doing that hill jump because I haven't driven my car since then. Either that or the kids picked them up outside when I was pushing the beeper. Hopefully I dropped them in the woods. I'm gonna go looking for them tomorrow. Well, the tire feels solid, y'all. I just finished it like less than an hour ago. So the deal was that last night when I reinstalled it, I pinched the inner tube, found the hole. I fixed it today, a little cheap fix with some glue and some masking tape. Then when I reinstalled it again, um, that's one thing about these tires. The valve stem, I maybe bent the valve stem, so it was leaking from the valve stem. So I had to take it apart again, which the first time it was fine because I had the tire on backwards in the first place. Then when I put the valve stem back in there, like I said, it was leaking, so I took it out, put glue around the seal of the valve stem, put it back in there. It was only thought I heard a little leak again, so I listened and it was losing tire pressure. So a third time I had to take it apart again, and there was a little hole in the inner tube by the valve stem because there's these screws all the way around the inside of the rim, and the rubber, this rubber liner, little cheap piece of rubber is supposed to protect the inner tube. It was all breaking apart, falling apart. So it was, you can pull it and it just falls apart. So I took that thing off and ran some electrical tape around a couple times. I'm sure that's going to protect the inner tube a lot better. Put it back together, and it's still solid. Don't seem to be losing any air, but I am going to order a couple more inner tubes. And that's one thing I suggest if you're going to be changing the tires in your Hulk or any motorcycle that has inner tubes, to get yourself some extra set of inner tubes before you even get started, because so many chances you're going to poke a hole in there or bend the valve stem, and it probably comes with the cheapest ones available anyway. The new ones that I can get, they won't be available till February 3rd, and they're only like 20 some bucks, but they won't be available till next week. So I'm glad I got this filled up, and hopefully it stays in there because I want to ride the Hawk before next week. Even though today we got like 4 or 5 inches of snow out there. Hey, I'm about to get those Carolina Reapers going today. I was gonna get them going today. I was gonna make a video, but then I had trouble with the tire, so I never got to the Carolina Reapers. But yeah, I'll probably get that video going tomorrow. Me getting my seeds planted. You got some seeds left over, Kansas Frenchy Farm? If you don't have any seeds or anybody needs some Carolina Reaper seeds, let me know. This would be like maybe 7 or 8 years I've been growing those. I got some pickles. I made a big jar of hot pickles with the ones I had left over for this year, and I actually sold a couple on Etsy. That's what I do with those. Look at that tire, man. So yeah, I had the tire. It looks like they could go either way. I mean, you can't really tell looking at the pattern, which way it would go. I mean, I thought it might have more of a V shape or angle, but you can't really tell. So when I put it on yesterday, I didn't really think about it. And then so this morning I was like, man, let me check and make sure. And it was completely opposite. It has an arrow on there to tell you which way the tire is supposed to go. Front tire, and it has an arrow right there. I had the arrow going the opposite way. So now we need to go ahead and reinstall this tire and get started on the back tire. Really, this does put me in a good mood, but the whole thing is my car keys, man. If I can't find my car keys, what am I gonna do? Ride my bike? I mean, I rarely ride that car anyway, but man, I didn't put a lot of work into it. And man, my freaking truck keys are in there too. I got one set of keys for my truck. Gotta go hunting tomorrow, man, for real. Ride my DB14 out through the woods and look for the keys. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna ride up there tomorrow. So, yeah, this is the right way. I'm just gonna get to it, guys. So I had some music playing last night, and I got the copyright hit on my video, which wasn't a big deal because it didn't affect the video, just monetization, which I'm not gonna monetize that video anyway, so it's not a big deal. Squeezing this thing going might be a chore. Line it up with the brakes. So the brake is closed up a little bit. Oh, I got it in there. Slid right in. Let's get this pedometer back in there. It's also like a bearing or something. Yeah, there's a couple little slots in the slot. It doesn't fit in there really solid. Has a little wiggle room. Axle bolt. So got all that stuff ready first. Here we go, axle bolt. And nut. See it. Second. Let's make sure we can get this on here first. So you guys all did this. I know Kansas Frenchie Farm, you did it by yourself. Probably a little easier with some help. That wasn't too bad. It's on there. Also, that beeping sound you hear, that's the actual key finder that I have to find my car keys. But those are the motorcycle keys. So when I push this, I can be like 90 feet away and I should hear them. They didn't hear them anywhere. This is the one for my car keys. So I gotta go hunting through the woods. Like I said, I hope the kids went outside listening or picked them up when they heard the beeping or something. A couple kids are coming by like, hey, can your son come out and play? But I doubt they picked them up. If they did, I'll just go ask them after I look through the woods, but I don't find them. All right, so we need the nut. I noticed last night, guys, parts of the video when I was back behind the bike, you probably couldn't hear me very well. I'm getting used to the sounds and everything. Oh man, as a matter of fact, I just went and put that tire back on and you guys can't even see me. I wasn't even thinking about changing the angle of the camera. I know, man, I gotta find those keys because my car and my truck. That's the whole reason why I got the key finder. I was up in the woods one day. I don't know what I was up there for, but I dropped the keys and I went to look and I found them. I just happened to glance over and saw like a little glimpse of metal inside a bunch of brush, big ass bunch of brush. I mean, I was so lucky to find them because it went down a little bit further. Even trying to get them, they were going down further and further. It's the whole reason why I bought the beeper thing. It has a little light on it too, so when you press it, it lights up. So I was looking inside my car to see if anything was lighting up. I didn't see anything. The light's kind of bright, but there's a little LED on there. Yeah, it's all good though. You know what I'm saying? I know I'll find them. They'll turn up. I never lost car keys before, so I'm not sure about the expense. You know, if I don't find them, how much I have to pay to get all this stuff replaced. So I definitely want to find them. Right now, I'm looking for the nut. Got the front tire back on. That was easy, man. I'm telling you, the hardest part of this job for me so far has been not pinching the inner tube. The part I thought was going to be the hardest was pretty much the easiest, getting the tire off. Inner tube, getting the tire off the rim. Man, that was so easy with these spoons. We do the contest. If anybody knows the Saturday, the first Saturday of February, I'm not sure if it's the 7th or the 9th or whatever. That's I'm thinking that's when we're going to do the next giveaway. We're going to do the number between 1 and 100. And whoever picks the number closest to the number we select randomly, we're going to give them a set of the ABN. I already got them in my cart. About to click that button. And like I said last night, if anybody want one of the I Got stickers, let me know, and I'll send you one. So far, nobody said they wanted one. I gotta go back and check the comments. All right, let's find that nut, y'all. So it should be right here. So I was rushing last night, and that's probably why I pinched it. Even though I think I did a decent job, but it takes a little finesse to get these tires on here without pinching the inner tube. You gotta take your time, little bit by little bit. We'll see when I get to the back one. Man, look at me. Can't find the nut. I was gone last night, y'all. Oh, here it is. All right, so let's get the nut back in there. My torque wrench is out in the garage. I'll torque it later. I'll put 80 pounds of pressure on there. Just gonna tighten it up and get everything reconnected. You got the 14 for the right side. If you're sitting on a bike. And I think it was a 17 for the other side. 17. Is that 15? Let's check. It was 14. All right, 14, 17. I might have to change my inner tube. I don't know what they do on the road, like take the inner tube partially out, but all right, we'll torque it up all the way later. Let's put the speedometer cable back in there. So that wasn't so hard. Got a new tire on the front. But you know what? Oh yeah, that's right. There's always something, man. So this thing can rotate. It looks like it can stretch a little bit further, but it's not reaching. I remember that before when I first installed it. This bracket here that holds the speedometer cable. When I first installed it, I had to loosen it up and turn it around to get a better fit. So if you want it, looks like it's in the right position. Let me see if I can do that. Loosen it up and turn it a little bit so I can get a better reach for the speedometer cable. It's like maybe an inch or two too far away. And we don't want to break the cable again. I made it that tight. That was probably 60 pounds. That's probably 60 pounds of torque right there. So here we go. Let's take this off loose. Do it again. Does it move while it's it does move. Okay, I loosened it up and it moved. Let's see if that fits. Oh man, that's like perfect. That's where it was. Screw it in nice and easy. There we go. I heard it click inside the little slot. Now it's tight. That's good. Got it reconnected. I was just saying it wasn't too hard. And, yeah, it's not. One thing I wanted to start doing is like raising the bearings and all that stuff, but it's not the right size. Next time I take the tire off, I'll go to more extreme stuff. Like if I would have went out today, I would have got some heavy grease and made an attempt. I didn't get out. Since I'm self-employed, kind of an independent contractor, I set my own schedule. Plus, I just work from home on a computer too. All right, now we need to get onto the back tire. This is the one I'm dreading, y'all, to be honest. The front one I thought might be, a little difficult, but the back one I'm like, man, I don't even want to do that back tire for real. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You ride on this thing, you put your life on the line. And I've never done this before, so you can make sure you do it right. Well, I did do it on the DB14. Everything came out perfect, as far as I can tell. Let's check the tension on the tire and see how it's spinning before we even take it apart. So we can make sure we try to, get it just like it was before. Here, a little bit of touching on the brakes, just slightly when I rode it backwards. The price is right. It doesn't want to do a 360 unless you give it some bit tension. So it's not spinning real freely. It gives me an idea when I put it back on there. As far as the distance, I could mark it. But I'm pretty sure that when I take this bracket off, it's going to leave an indentation. It was easy to tell where the bracket was on the DB14. Looking at the other side, it doesn't look even. Like on this side, there's a little bit of space. It's like you guys can see that's like an eighth of an inch of a gap before you get to the very end. On this side over here, there's no gap. So it could be off center, even though it's spinning freely. So when we reinstall it, we're going to try to line it up perfectly even, right in the middle of those two areas. And if we can't do that, we'll put it back exactly like it was. So since I didn't take this off, I have no idea how much torque is on here. What do I have to do? I'm not going to take off the chain guard if I don't have to. So I see a lot of people putting chain tensioners on their Hawks, man. It does have a lot of slack in it, but I checked the slack in the manual, and it was correct. There should be a lot of slack in there. I've seen people tighten up their chain to where it's actually tight, no slack. You don't have to take the slack out of your chain. There's a reason why it's there. I don't know what the reason is, but I mean, that's the way they make them with slack. Now, it can get loosened over time. I mean, the chains do loosen. So when they do loosen, you want to make sure you know the recommended distance. You do it from the other side. You lift the chain up, and there's a distance between how far the chain lifts up and the measurement on the paper. But Can't remember exactly what it was, but this is one of those specs, so you'll need to tighten it up. But if it starts to loosen up, yeah, go ahead and loosen these up and pull it back a little bit, however or you get a new chain. We'll be putting a new chain on here eventually. I'm gonna try to keep this one clean. So yeah, I do a lot of talking. People say you hardly ever talk, but in my videos, man, I be talking. You know how it is when you get older, guys. I'm sure you guys when you're younger, you had a lot more buddies and friends you hang out with on a regular basis. Then when you get older, you know, you start being more independent. People start having their families and stuff, and spend more time by yourself. That's why it's cool to hang out with you guys, having a cup of coffee. Check your comments. I'm 50. You know, I could forget if I'm 52 or 53. I think I'm 53 this year. 53. I don't like it to remind myself too much. Hey, Kansas Frenchie Farm, I still have that beer from last week. I was gonna do it Sunday. And I was doing some other stuff. And I was gonna bring it down here the other night to do it with the live. Maybe next live. I'm drinking coffee right now. All right, let's get started. I'm guessing 17. Nope. Going bigger with that one, y'all. It's probably a 19. I'll have my space wiggle around here. 19. 18. Let's see. Anyone else taking their back tire off? All right, that's the 19. Let's make sure it's not an 18. Little wiggle room there. That's 17. 18. Yeah, so 19. Other side. 17. I think I watched a video of Las Vegas Black Hawk replacing his chain. Dell, do you have Hawk videos? I can't recall. I used the mallet yesterday because this was really 18. I thought I said that was 18. 19. 19 and 17. I had to use the mallet yesterday because it was on here really tight. Yeah, I don't want to knock the Hawk over, so grab the mallet. Trusty old mallet. Yeah, when I find the keys, guys, I'll make a video of it. You see how happy I am. It's tight. It's moving now. Just making sure this bad boy wasn't gonna slip. I wonder if it has Loctite on it. I have a torch, but I doubt if I need it for this. Caliber's got to come off. Crap. Are you serious? Do I take them off before I take this off? Let's see. In my back, I see myself. Do I take it off before? Let's see where I'll take the covers off. Loosen it up. Maybe I can unscrew. I never thought about taking the calipers apart before. Maybe I should watch. You got a video? You got a video, I'll watch how to do it before I do this. Or I can probably pop one up on the phone if there's any out there. Probably Moto Cheese, if anyone. Or Jack of all, master of none. Okay, it's loosening up. What's going on over there? We're gonna see what happens. Okay. It goes on like that. Is there a marking? Yep, there's a marking. Exactly where that was. Has little indentations and everything. This part goes on the bottom. It's right there. Okay, that's all good. Can I take this thing out without taking the calipers off? Just the 2 bolts. One, 2. Awesome. 1, 2. Okay, I see the bolts. All right, I see them. I should be able to do that. Let's see if I can get this out. That out. Oh, you know what? You have to take these things loose, but it seems to be okay like that. We'll have to make an adjustment. We won't. That's where if I take these off, I'll have to mark it where they are. Probably. Might have to loosen them up to get it back on there anyway. Probably need a glove. Okay, there's a spacer in there. There's a spacer in there. Let me grab the glove. Oh, you guys can't see that. I didn't take the brake loose caliper yet. Let's see what happens when I pull that out. Pull it out. It's a long ass bolt. Look at that axle. Man, that's longer than I thought. Twice so long. That's right. There's that spacer. Oh, getting black fingers. Here's a rubber glove. I can still feel what I'm touching there. All right, the chain. Gotta loosen up the chain. It's kind of bound up. The tire. Oh, there it is. this caliper thingy. Let me lift the hawk up a little bit more. All right. Give myself a little bit more space. Don't try to do this without taking the caliper off. I always try to do it the lazy way first. This is going to work. It's definitely on there. So it is bolted. Okay, I thought it was just like, I didn't realize it was bolted to here. Check that out, Dale. Easy way, lazy way, but it's probably going to be harder to get it back in there. Good. We got it off. Yeah. So now I have a little bit more skill when it comes to changing tires. And we have one more obstacle. Did I get the right size rear tire? That's the next question. Let's do a comparison. So this is the old Hawk tire. And the new one. It looks a lot thinner. I thought it would be wider. Man, so who was that, Matthew? Or said that I was gonna miss these knobbies when I'm going through the woods, but that's another reason why I decided to change them, because I'm not really planning on taking the Hawk through the woods. And these tires haven't been doing that great for me in the woods anyway, man, especially with those wet roots. I think it's the weight of the bike that keeps it from moving up those hills like it needed to. But riding in the grass up the hill, I mean, no problem. It might be a problem with these. We're going to find out. Anyway, now I know what I'm doing. If I need to switch them back, I can do that. It's not going to be too difficult, I don't think. But I definitely will get the other inner tubes before I get started. So I'm going to have to grab my crate so I won't damage the disc. But the first thing we need to do anyway is remove those remove this stem from the valve to let the air out. I'm gonna do this first because yesterday when I took the nut off, and it made the tire slide inside, made the inner tube slide, and that could have been the reason why my stem started leaking. Step one, take the stem out of the valve, let all the air out. Pocket bolts. I've seen someone take these apart before, and these suckers were like, I don't know if they said they were Loctite or what, but they were solid. I can't move with my fingers, that's for sure. Let's see, it's probably like 14. That one looks like it's rounded off a little bit. I don't know how that happened. Let's use the wrong size wrench. Yeah, they tighten them up so much that they rounded off the edge of the bolts. All right, I'm gonna grab let's look at the size of these tires. So the back one is I think it was a Kendall or something. Oh, a full bore RT Sport. Not the first one I went looking for, but I mean, I was anxious to get tires. You know how it is when you get your new bike, like, I want to get something for my bike. I wanted these tires, dual sport tires, and this is the only one first ones I could find without having to wait. So I got the full bore. Looks narrower. Maybe it'll be lighter. I don't know. We're gonna find out though, aren't we? Let me go get the crate. I'll be right back. 15 seconds. Grab a cup of coffee or a beer. Alexa, I'll play some African music. Alexa, volume 3. Crazy. All right, I'm back. Wife's like, you told the whole world you lost your keys. Hey, world. Hey, guys. Got the crate. So the brake disc and the sprocket is down in there, so you won't damage anything while you won't have to lay the tire down on something flat and damage your metal. Which side should I start? Man, this sucker is heavy. It's got to weigh like 40, 50. The front will weigh like 40 pounds. This weighs like 60 pounds. So between the two tires, you got like 100 pounds of weight in the Hawk. That's my guess. All right. This tire is much thicker, y'all. Might have some struggle going on today. Make sure the bead's loose. The front one was super easy. Super easy. I mean, compared to what I thought it was going to be. So, Dale, you've changed your sprockets and your chain. Has anyone changed the tire on a motorcycle at all? Or manually? At all? I'm sure I've watched the videos. I'm sure you guys watch the videos. But like I was saying, if you want to change your tires, you can't get it done at Walmart. You got to find. When I was at Walmart, I was talking to the guy at the counter in the tire department about my bike when I was getting my car tires done. He was saying, "Oh yeah, we don't do motorcycle tires here." And it was a lady actually. She was telling me that her husband needed to get his tires done. They were looking around for a mechanic that can do it. Maybe I will. What is that? 10, 12? Maybe I'll put it on Nextdoor or a marketplace. Motorcycle mechanic, tire change. Local tire change. Make myself a little side hustle. Get some experience here. So I just dropped think the stem. I dropped the stem while I was looking for what's I looking for? Oh yeah, scoop. A wrench. I dropped the stem. I'll find that later. Here's a wrench. It's not very far it can go. Yeah, that's 12. Loosen that up. We're gonna see it's not moving now. Because we let all the air out first, I guess. Or maybe it was in there straighter than the one in the back. The one in the back was straight, diagonal. When I loosened up that bolt before I let the air out. This one went slightly diagonal. It's like here to there. I mean, it should have been going straight down, but when I loosen up the nut, it started to angle off. That just shows you the inner tube was in there a little crooked. So you want to smart out before you bend that too much. Then you have to get a new inner tube because your valve stem's busted. Or super glue it like I did. So that's what I did. I put super glue around the edge of it and it stopped the leak. It seems to still be holding air. But that tire does look good on there. Looking at it from here. Let's get a look at that. Let's see if that good. It looks sleeker. Now the real work begins, y'all. This is the part where you can damage your inner tube. I know my coffee's about to get cold too. It's the part where you got to be careful so you don't damage your inner tube. So let's try to get a grip on the edge of it without getting through there too far and grabbing hold of the inner tube. I can kind of see it around the edge. It has a wide lip on it. It goes deep down into the tire, way deeper than the other one. This one's probably not going to be so easy to get on. And just start take as little bites as you can. Just like before, get a grip on it. Just all the way down there. There we go. Try to make sure you don't have any of that inner tube. Slide. There we go. Leave that one in there. Make sure that it doesn't slip back in. All right, making some progress. All right, that stays under there really nicely. That's one thing I was trying to figure out how you get that to stay under there. It fell out, but let's just give ourselves extra security here. Can we slide this around? Yeah, at one point you can get it in there and slide it around. And I think we almost have it. There we go. Wasn't so bad. Let's take this inner tube out. Take off the nut. Still hear a little air coming out. Okay, so let's look at the direction of one on here if it has a direction. China 110/100/18. Let's look at this one. (110/100/18). Hey, I think we're good. Let me check and see what you guys are up to. Oh yeah, the rear had a huge bead. I had some Cheerios. I didn't get my Wheaties today. The Cheerios are good though. Looking for that valve stem. Oh, there it is. The spoons made it easy. I didn't have to use much strength at all to try to get that out. Get it on is a different story though. I know getting it on there had to put a little muscle behind it to get that last little bit. I'll flip over the edge. I might take this tire, when I take the tire all the way off, I'm probably going to replace that rubber piece on the inside, that liner around the rim, with some electrical tape, just like I did in the other one, because that rubber strip was sliding. I think that's how I got one hole in there at least. All right, here's the hard part, y'all. Should be easy at this point, but maybe it's not so hard. Let's see. I think I just have to get one lip over. Yeah, that was easy. Let's see. Another spoon. Yeah, this feed is huge. Let's make it a little bit more difficult. There we go. Here's the third. Get the other one. There we go. Gets to a certain point, you get enough of the tire off, you can push it off. There we go. It's free, y'all. Look at that. You can see the exposed bolts or nuts, whatever you call those screws, from the axle or the spokes. It's all exposed. Shabby job. This one seems like it's better than the front. It's tighter, it's not broken. So rather than replace it, I'm going to slide it back over where it should be. Looks solid at this point. This one little section was off. That's good. All right, so sprocket side, brake side. Let's see what this tire feels like off the rim as far as the weight. The rim is pretty heavy. Well, the Hawk wheel feels, the Hawk tire feels like a pound less, if not equal. Probably a half pound to a pound less than a new tire. seems like it'd be lighter. This is bigger. I mean, heavier since it's bigger. I know. Okay. Right side down. Make sure to reach all these spoons when I need them. When I get the hog back on the road, y'all, it's gonna be a whole nother machine. I have to break these tires in so I don't fall. Anyone been out lately on a winter ride? The temperature just switched here down into the 20s, 30 sometimes in the daytime. But I think I picked the perfect time to start this job because over the last 3 days, it's been snowing and ice and cold. Even though with all the gear on, it doesn't feel bad out there. It's not kind of weather, just kind of weather. I mean, I went out to my car looking for the keys earlier, and I saw a big patch of ice. Even though I heard the salt truck come earlier, big patch of ice right up from my car door. If it was night, I wouldn't be able to see it. So yeah, when the temperature's below 30, it's freezing out there. Don't want to be out there riding when it's wet. But when I went to the store today, I went to the drive-thru. I said, man, the hawk was running. I'll be out here because the streets were dry. It's a little bit different on the streets. Yeah, so I'm taking off the, it had all this tape on it. I might as well take it off now. It's a little bit easier than once I get it on the bike. It's labels, shipping labels, packing list. Let's go ahead and poke your tire, trying to get this tape off. Get on the tire. There we go. Yeah, full bore. Let's check the direction there, Dale. Seriously, dude, I don't want to mess it up. Okay, there's a rotation on it. It says rear, rotation that way. So when you're riding, and the bike's going forward, the rear tire rotates like that, right? Both tires rotate that way. I watched the video earlier, just randomly. Some guy had put his motorcycle tire on backwards, or got it put on and it was on backwards. And he was saying how his rear tires kind of fishtailed. He was going to test it out. Like, dude, just change it. All right, here we go. Let's try to get a little bit on there. Work my way around. Push it on by hand as much as possible. This is where I might need some soap or something. All right, so it seems like as far as it's gonna go by hand. So I'm gonna use these spoons and just try to grip under where I can. Help it. Whoops, that didn't work. So I did the other one, it went right on. Maybe you go opposite. Yeah, that's what it is. Get more tire on there first. Some weight on it. Another spoon. This shouldn't be too hard, to be honest. I'm just taking it easy, going with the flow. I don't want to put too much into it. This is my first time mess something up, you know? Take it easy. Learn as I go. Okay. Almost there. One more little spot. This was hard enough, I can imagine. Yeah. Getting it on with the inner tube. Sock. I'm using about 70%. 70%, y'all. Not too much. A little bit of leverage. It's tight. It's not been a in. There's that dryer. Squeeze it in there. There we go. Spin it around this way a little bit more. Press down on it. Wrestling the beast. Here we go. Oh, that's tight. Oh shit, come out. We got one half in, the other half comes out. Now this is what I expected. Some hard work. Like I said, I'm just trying to take it easy because you know, especially use a little bit of finesse and muscle first. They can be a mother. Hell yeah. Damn. That's why people be like, oh, I damaged my spoons trying to get that sucker on there. I'm like, gonna rip all the chrome off. I'm sure you can do this without ripping all your chrome off. Let's take them out because they're not doing anything right now. Stuck. Come on. I had it in there backwards, no wonder. All right. Hey guys, in my videos, all the kids are saying when I do the DB14, everybody wants to know how tall I am. Kids like, I'm 5'7". How tall are you? I'm 5'8", 5'8.5". You gotta put the half on there. 130 pounds. Never could pick up weight, even when I was in the Army. I gained like 5 extra pounds. I'm not lifting weights and working out. Get down to like 125. Hawk's not that bad though. It's not as bad as people would think it is. If I can handle it, anybody can. Damn. Can we just get this? Is that the last one? That's it. That's it, y'all. It's the last little bit. That's encouraging. Let's get this sucker right now. Use all three. Slide this one over. Smaller bite. Here's something. Making too many creaky noises. Push down. Darn it, I need some leverage. So it's just a little bit closer. Okay. Just need a little leverage, that's all. These spoons in the right place. You could probably use all three at the same time. There we go, it's getting close. Yeah, I had the lid spread out a little bit too much. Just trying to flip it over. The last little bit, get them closer together. Ah, lost his edge. Foot on there. Hoo-ah. Well, I hope this isn't too boring, guys. I watch boring videos sometimes. I ain't got shit else to do. I think I need to turn this phone around. I don't know how it flipped like that. Well, I guess that was right. Let's see if this way works. Do I need to turn the tire around? No, I'm pretty sure. Hey, look at that. Look at that, man. I wasn't even trying. I was not trying and it goes on. I'm trying all hard, it doesn't go on. What the heck? What the heck? Well, got a workout in. We got that done, boy. Now, the moment of truth. The moment of truth, y'all. I've done this like 3 or 4 times already. Put the inner tube in. So let's see if I can do it again. This time without busting it. Oh yeah. I was thinking about that a little bit too. I was thinking about that a few minutes ago. I was like, should I use that liquid stuff? And I just let it go. You know, I didn't even think about it twice. I look up. I was thinking I probably run into that situation. On this other side, I might need to. Is that what the loop is for? Usually. I know I had to use it when I did my son's BMX bike. And I think I used a little bit on the DB14 too. I used that spray stuff. And it made it a little easier too. It made it a little easier to slip over the edge. You're right, Dale. I would have used some of that spray stuff. It might have slipped on a little bit easier. For sure it would have. So for the end, if we need to, we're going to definitely use the spray. I'm looking for the hole. I'm more retarded sometimes. Not that anything's wrong with that, but there it is. Okay. Let's see if the liner's lined up. It's a little bit off. Just a little bit. Slide it over. If the liner's not lined up and you try to poke the valve stem in, it's going to get caught on it and you have to struggle with it. Make sure the hole's wide open. This will turn. Oh, there we go. There we go. Slide it over. This was not sliding very easy. Like the other one was just barely up there. I can see like 75% of the hole. guess that's gonna work. I can't seem to get over anymore. There we go. Screwdriver helps a little bit. Kind of snap back to work position. It's better before I moved it. So little things that you think are going to be easy turn out to be the hardest parts sometimes. All right, we're going to squeeze that valve stem in there. Got to. I can't mess with it no more. I totally lost my sense of direction. I thought I was facing that way. Looking down for so long. All right, so I'm just going to. This one did look like it has some baby powder on it. Dirty. It's dirt, I guess. Slide it in there, nice and gently all around. Once I get in there, I'll put a little air in it to kind of pick up the space and make sure it's filled out. Even this bulky inner tube is a little bit difficult to work with. I was dreading this job. I got this tires, man, like in the spring, like maybe within a month after I got the bike. And I've been dreading this job the whole time. Even though I know that I wanted it done. I mean, if I had a little bit more money, I probably would have got the DLX. Because it had the dual sport tires and some other cool features. But I did want a carburetor, I'm not gonna lie. Something about I wanted a carbureted bike, something more standard to start with. So yeah, it's a trade-off. It's like I can buy the tires separately. I'm not sure how these compare to the ones that are. Hey, Kansas Frenchie Farm, are you there? You have dual sport tires. You're Hawk. I'm curious how they compare to these. Well, has the DLX. What should I call the Hawk now? Super Hawk? Nah, it's not super. Maybe forget the sprocket changes. I like the low torque. I mean, I don't go any faster than 45. So I don't need the top end. It might be smoother when I go 45 if I had the sprockets. I mean, it does whine, squeal a little bit when you go fast. So let's see how we are to the hole. The hole's about 2 inches away where I lined it up. Slide it over pretty easily. Like that. Get this down in there better before I put some air in it. Or first thing is get the hole. Valves come in that hole. There's got to be an easier way. Like I said, I saw a guy on the internet, man. He put the inner tube in, and then the tire, and then the rim, and it went a lot easier. But I didn't work any kind of review or study. Just going with the flow. This is where you mess up the valve stem if you're not careful. Start bending it and stuff. A lot of room in there though. A lot more room than the other bike, I mean, the front tire. I just can't feel where the stem is going. Maybe I need a flashlight. Also, I see now, so far down that I can't reach it. Put a little air in there. Working with it, y'all. I mean, I had a little trouble getting the valve stem in the other one too. Hawk. There you go. Street Hawk. All right, I want to put a little air in the tire because this is wobbling around. And I can't because I can't get the valve stem through. All right, we got it in there better. Where the heck is the hole again? Got these glasses on, man, bifocals. And I can't even use the bifocal part. I'm looking over the top of the glasses. There we go. It's lined up. Hop on through there so I ain't got to do a whole bunch of work. Darn it. I can just get it to pop through that piece of rubber piece. It's right there, y'all. And it's causing it into the rubber piece a little bit. If that wasn't in the way, it might come right through the hole. The rubber seal on the inside. I kept trying to move out of the way. Didn't want to move. Okay, let's see if I can get my fingers in there. So when I lift it up, it moves. That's my super magnet. Pull it through. Yeah, I don't know how to take this apart and move that rubber seal. I was gonna have to work at it. Like I said, I already tried to move it. It didn't want to go anywhere. The stem's right there. It's poking out just enough for me to touch it. And the rubber piece stopping it from coming through. Gonna get it. I need something finer to grab a hold of the edge of it. Lord. Got to be an easier way, right? Thank you for your patience. But like I said, we're just coming to hang out. It'll take who knows how long. I'm gonna do this until I'm done with this part, so I might be here till midnight. Crap. Hey, I was about to give up and do something different, and I see it poking through more. More or less. Freaking rubber piece, man. I'm gonna have to do something. Oh, I can see it. Good. I didn't think I was gonna be able to access this easily. I think that might work. It's gotta slide right in there without touching that rubber piece. I lost the valve stem. Yeah, there it is. Aha. Of course, the rubber piece moves again. Gonna do this with some more finesse. Do it with some more finesse, get it done. know, this is the difficult part right here. Once again, I don't see the stem, but I'll be able to find it. There it is. Same situation, guys, getting caught on my lip. It's not so bad this time. It's like if I push the tire down some more, it might go on. If I could push the inner tube down just a little bit, pop in. There it goes. Look. Get the valve stem in. Straight up and down. All right, guys. That part of the mission is accomplished. Now I have to find the tube that fell out. Set it right here in this little table. And reach for my coffee. Oh, there it is. All right. Let's put this back in there. Should I go through the woods to look for my keys tonight? Push the buzzer, see if I hear anything. I guess I could after I do the video. It's cold and snowy out there. Peaceful and quiet. What are the chances to find them in the dark? Probably less to find them in the light, but the little red LED will go off in the dark. Maybe a little quieter. You hear a lot of traffic noise that you don't really notice. It's like white noise in the background during the day. All right, so the tube is back in there and it's tight. I'm gonna put a couple pumps of air in there. Just kind of smooth out the tire and let it settle in. I have to bring the air pump. I have to bring that down with the tire. I'm getting a little tired, guys. Bending over like that for so long. Be back in just 1 second. Let me grab the air pump. Ooh, are you gonna fall? Look at this. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm back. Trusty Dusty. Motorcycle gloves. Rainbow Victory. These leather? I think they said leather. They smell like leather. Legs of Volume 2. Put a little air in there if I can. Just a little bit. I'll put the nut on there so it'll hold it in place. Just pump on there. Well, guys, We got the hard part done. Well, half of the hard part done. I think we're actually going to be able to accomplish this. Go. Where it goes. It's in there. Yeah, that's okay. I'll just put it back in there. All right, that'll hold it so I can get some air. Probably put it on too far. I think when you start putting air in there, it presses up against the tire. And if it's pressed up too far, it can mess up your stemming. It could have been what I did once. I'll take it easy. Make sure we're. It's like a 50-50 chance, guys, that I can get this on here without putting a hole in the tire. I want to say it's a 70% chance that I am going to put a hole in the inner tube. How much air is in there? Let's see. That's plenty of air. Only put like what, 4 or 5 pumps? That's good. Any more would be too much. So now I can straighten out the stem like it should be. Tighten it a little bit more. I'm not going to tighten it all the way down until I get the, I'll leave like a 1/8 of an inch. Here we go. The moment of truth, y'all. Another moment of truth. Start opposite. Start opposite the valve stem. First one, I don't feel the inner tube. If this is easy, I'm just gonna laugh. Let's go halfway, work it back over. I got a little closer than that. This tire's thick. There we go. Another spoon. I'll go this way. Put it in there and then reverse it around. I think I feel inner tube. No inner tube. Slide it on over. Yeah, no inner tubes. The first grip came out. Let's hold this down. Dirty job, y'all. Already got a little bit seated. Let's keep this in here. Work our way around, take this one out. Feels good. Another tube, slide it over. Hey, progress. Same thing. Slide it over. Inner tube. This one always pops out, so try to keep it braced. Take a little bit smaller bites. So far, so good, y'all. This is probably where I should put some spray stuff on here. We'll see how it goes. It's starting to get tight now. That was the hardest part. We ran out of space. Tire starts stretching. Where do you go from here? take this out. Spray some of that stuff on there. Oh, crap, I left it upstairs. I was using it earlier to try to find a hole, a new hole in the inner tube. I didn't use it for the tire though. So maybe I can do it without using it this time. Gotta put some downward pressure on there too. Help it over that lip. Gonna slide it. Push the tire on. Here's the monster, Dale. I'm gonna stand on this bad boy. Or sit on it or something. Maybe I'll sit on it. Put my knee on it. What's the secret to this part? Four spoons. Song scent, I don't know. I feel that. Okay. The thing is, it's slipping out over there when I do that. Brace this. I'm gonna get it, y'all. Right now, I don't have anything but time. Dang it. Sucker is tight. I'm gonna go get the lubricant stuff in a second. So try to prevent some little heartaches here. What's this noise? Sounds like, is that air? Don't want to hear no air sounds. All right, guys, I should take a break. Think for a second. Something. That will stay. Maybe I can just take little tiny bites like this. I like to hear something, so careful. A minute or two. Now, last time, it just slipped one when I wasn't even trying. Or slipped off when I wasn't trying, so. Let's try more finesse and less power. It's not gonna work. It's not even warm down here to get the tire hot. Stretch it. Lubrication, guys. I'm just gonna pray that I didn't puncture that inner tube because I don't want to have to do this one again. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. 1 minute. got all 3 tires that I've done so far complete, including the front tire in the Hawk and the back tire in the ZB14. This tire is completely the hardest. It's really thick, and this bead is a monster. So I'm just gonna spray some of this on the end of the rubber. Hope it helps slip in there. Take out the comments little by little. Okay. Here. It sounds like I hear air, but I think it's the music. It's got like a hiss noise in it. It sounded. Little by little, though, working it out, buddy. I think we have some improvement with that. I always take the little blades. Maybe this lubricant is helping also make it a little easier also. Maybe. It's a little tight there. Let's just come loose. Push that in. Let's not do anything over there. I think we made a couple inches progress. Possibly. Let's break them over here because we slipped out a little bit. Slipped out about 4 inches. I was working on the other side. I was hoping not to have to do the Valston part last. Maybe I'll put 2 spoons in here. I'll work it backwards. Ooh. So I think if you like press down on it, while you do this, it goes on a little easier. Get over here. Maybe I have all 3 too far apart. Keep all 3 closer together. Yeah, it's getting to where I can barely get the spoons up in there, so we turned it around backwards so I can flip it around. There we go, slide it out. All right, definitely making some progress now, guys. Spray some more of this stuff. Seems like it's helping. Backwards. Flip it around. Make sure you don't have any tire or inner tube. It's getting pretty tight. I don't know if any more is slipping out or what, but it's getting pretty tight. See if I can brace it with my foot and press down. A little bit. I'm wrestling with this sucker now, y'all. I guess that's what you gotta do. Imagine if this was any bigger. I'm doing fat motorcycle tires, racing bikes. I wonder if it's any more difficult. The spokes are right here. Be careful, I'm gonna poke myself. I can't even get the spoon in there now, it's getting pretty tight. There we go. man, it's like this is the point where I'm like, am I really gonna be able to do this? I mean, it's like poking out so much. Am I gonna be able to get enough tension on this tire to get it over the rim? Is it too big? I mean, is it too small for this rim? Is that a possibility? Too small? It said 21. What was it? 19, whatever it was. The size matched up. I'm just trying to hold on to it so it doesn't start loosening up on me again. Well, I'll figure out how to get this thing in here, take another bite out of it. Tough bead. Hell yeah, man. It's a freaking monster bead. Getting there. There we go. Got it. Let me take a small bite. Oh shit, that came out. If it stays, that's fine. But it'd be, I'm thinking 90% chance that 90% chance I'm going to bust this inner tube at this point. Maybe taking a side hustle as a motorcycle tire repair dude is not a good idea. I mean, we should have to do it with rusty bolts and stuff, but man, this rubber's a bitch. Could they make it any more difficult? Seriously? Maybe I have to get me a machine like Harbor Freight. One of them tire machines. If I have to, that's what I'll do, but they don't make these damn spoons for nothing, man. You know, it shouldn't matter. Unless I keep thinking I'm hearing air. It shouldn't matter what tire it is. You should be able to handle it. You got the right tools. And these tools are made for that. I'm sure I'm not the first person to change the Hulk on the tire. Tire on the Hulk. With these tires. I can hear like the bead like stretching. Diesel Peaks. What's worse, losing my keys or dealing with this? Losing my keys. All right, we got a grip in there. We got about 9-10 inches left. Tire to get inside the rim. It's not going to get any easier, is it? Maybe I should put them all to the center. Try to do that one beat at the same time. Come on, babes. Come on. Backwards a little bit. Nothing. I'm starting to think this tire is too small for this rim. So for stretching. That went on. So I went, if I can use 99% power or 85% power. I didn't want to put that much into it because I was afraid I might bust the rim in the inner tube. Look, guys, I got that shit on there. Now, here's the 100% moment of truth. Will it hold air? Because if it doesn't, I'm just going to have to do it all over again. But I'm sure it's going to be easier the second time, regardless. So no tire gauge. We just have the power of fill, touch. Crazy. Worst case scenario, I pinch the inner tube. Otherwise, we'll be on to the next step. Reinstalling the rear tire. It's kind of dirty under there. I've never really given Hulk a full bath. I rinsed off the tires with the hose once when I took it through the woods. I was going to spray it down with this stuff and wipe it down with paper towels to get it clean. I'm not sure about all that mud though. It feels like it's holding air, but it's hard to tell until it sits for a while. It's pretty hard. Once you harden them up like that, after a few minutes, it starts to get soft if it's leaking. I don't hear any air. Is it possible we got lucky on the rear tire? Now, if I put it on there and it's leaking, I'll be salty because I take it back off. So, we're going to end the video. Not right now. We're going to end the video with this tire. Filling up this tire. And tomorrow, if it's holding all the air, I'm going to reinstall it. If it's not holding all the air, then I'm probably going to take it apart and try to repair the inner tube if I busted it and put it back together again so we can do another live video at 8 p.m. tomorrow night and complete the job. So see what condition we're in here. No rear tire, pieces falling off. We have to figure out how these all go back in there. This side fall off, that side stays. Take a quick look. This has a little bit of different shape. So this is on the inside. Okay, I'm gonna clean the chain stuff too. Get this all wiped off all around while it's loose. And so you don't have to take the caliper loose still. You don't have to unscrew the caliper. Might make it easier. Let's see if I can set it somewhere where there's not too much weight on it. I had it sitting up there and it fell down. Looks like it's all right. I'll set the crate or something underneath it. Support it. Take the weight off the brake line. Seems like it's holding the air. It's not getting softer yet. Of course, it's a thick tire. Might not be able to tell so easily. Feels good. So yeah, we'll go ahead and check it tomorrow, inspect it and everything, make sure everything's good. And then I'll meet up with you guys at 8 p.m. Hopefully you can join me. We'll install the rear tire in the Hawk. Today was some hard work, guys. I'm about to put my boots on and my coat and take a little stroll so I can find these keys. And I'll let you know tomorrow whether I find them or not. Look at that, y'all. One more look before we say goodnight. Look at that new tire for the Hawk. Let's look at the old one. Yeah, it's a little slammer. It feels lighter. Honestly, it does feel a little lighter. Let us all put back together. Maybe we'll save a couple pounds. Yeah, street tire, y'all. Got the Street Hawk coming up. It doesn't feel so heavy without putting on there, for real. Most of the weight is in the rim. That looks good. I like those huge knobby tires on the Hawk, but this looks sleek, y'all. Just make it feel like a whole nother motorcycle. Well, we'll set this over here. Smooth. So yeah, the tread's going. Oh, I got it backwards. The tread's going that way. Let's double check. Make sure we didn't mess up. So brake side, tread pattern, rear. You know what? It looks like I put the shit on backwards. Oh, hold on, do I have it backwards? That's gonna fucking suck. What? How is that possible? When I double checked it before we put it on there. Maybe I'll put the rim. Should have double checked it before I did everything. I thought about it halfway through. Like, should I double check this? So the brakes on the right, and the tread pattern should be going this way, I believe. Let's see. I put it on backwards. I don't know how the hell I did it. Maybe when I laid the rim down, I flipped it over. I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna have to take it off again, put it back on here, guys, by tomorrow, and I'll see you at 8 o'clock. Crazy. I know, right? Well, I'm gonna get all my experience in just like a couple of days. So after this, I think I should be able to do anything, man. Well, I'm off to the woods. Thank you for joining. Have a great night, y'all.